For years, I convinced myself that every time my heart started racing and my breathing got weird, I was just being dramatic. I've never given my mental health that big of a priority, to be honest. Having moments like anxiety or panic attacks is no joke. So, will this video include any? Well, obviously, my videos are incomplete without them. Because even though I'm a comedian, but when it comes to a serious topic about me, I find it hard to be serious. So let's start today's session with some questions. Have you guys ever had a moment when you're just sitting thinking what your future holds and all of a sudden you find your breathing faster, heart racing, and eyes blurry? Yeah, then I'm certain you need help. So please talk to someone about it. Me? Oh, I just need to toughen it up. Whenever I find myself in such situations, all I think is, you're being dramatic. Also, because I've had these symptoms even before I was a preteen, so it's kind of normal for me. When the moment arrives, which makes even a single second difficult, I just tell myself, stop it! No one's here to give you any attention, you're not facing anything. The major reason for this reaction is because I don't think I've faced much hardships in life, or any that I can think of. All I've ever had to do was listen to the elders, be obedient, and also take a stand for myself because Mama raised no bitch. So if you think I was bullied, oh hell no. So obviously I had no reasons for these crash outs, right? I remember when as kids my family used to watch a movie together, and if there was a sad scene my mother used to tear up, and follow-ups of other adults around would be, "Oh look, you're crying, ha 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 ha." I think that makes me dismissive about my feelings, but who knows, they might be training me for the real cruel world where you get no time for your crybaby moments. Once I was having my so called anxiety attack, I made sure no one saw me, so I went on the rooftop. Now, this may sound dangerous, but I promise all I did was watch the birds and the blue sky. I remember sitting on the cold floor for like an hour before I could stop myself. But come on, there are people who have had it worse than me. Who am I to be sad for no reason? But slowly, me telling myself to stop being dramatic became my stop button. Like, actually, I was able to stop at once after telling myself that. But that made me bottle my emotions, and result, I exploded on others. So that was a failed experiment. I went through all this because I never felt like I could share it with my family or friends, and I'm not sharing it here as well because when it comes to talking about it, I always forget what I have faced. So if you see a follow up video or a part 2 of it, then don't be surprised. Once I was alone at home and it got so bad that I fell on my knees, holding my chest, trying to manage my breathing. And the reason for this was none other than academics rush. Who knew that would make a wildcard entry? Academics might have had a great role in all this, and also some external factors, but I'm not sure if I'm comfortable sharing them right now. I think I might in the future, but not for now. I once tried to mention all this to someone in my family, but all I got as a reply was, "You have low stamina, that's it." Like, what in the football ground diagnosis is that? But yeah, I was not so athletic, so I agreed. One more thing I should mention is depression is like our family heirloom. So if you have it, it's just a phase. Shut up and get back to work, is what the adults had to say. Nobody here takes mental health as something serious. They only know they have it is because it's widely popular and people are discussing it openly. But back then they were just told to stop being lazy and sad, so I don't blame them. So the family wasn't exactly giving me the answers I wanted, which meant it was time for plan B, telling my friends. Now, for context, it's from when I was 16, I guess. I had these surges of sadness when I was left alone, like so many thoughts in my brain. Even when I was in class, my brain just would not shut up. And I associated all of this with hormonal changes. Like, obviously, I was in my teens. What other reason could there be? So I made sure that I always sat with my best friend and kept talking with her once in a while. But one day she was absent. So when there was break time, I was mostly alone. And I think my face was readable enough. So my classmates gathered around me asking if I was okay. And I fumbled and said, "Why do you wanna know?" Like in a really mean tone. Oh my gosh, I still feel so bad about that. And that's when I decided, why not share it with my friends? So a few days after debating whether to tell them or not, I finally sent it in the group chat. And they reply, "It's because of changing hormones." Dude, I knew that in the first place. All in all, I would like to say I went through all this because I did not feel like I could share it openly. And here, nobody actually knows me personally, so I think I can get it out for once. For years, I kept waiting for a good enough reason to feel bad. Maybe feelings don't actually need a permission slip. But if you're going through anything similar, then please feel free to share it in the comments. The Yappanation is always ready to accommodate you. The citizenship criteria? Make sure to subscribe. But please try to talk to someone about it if you guys are facing something similar, and let's make this our safe space. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.